Hi, welcome to another video by Daniel John. Today we're on the Vito W639 and we're replacing the passenger side door switch. It's faulty, and what happens is you'll be driving along and suddenly the window will drop halfway.
And it doesn't work as well.
It doesn't work. So we need to obviously get it out. Underneath it's attached by a, what's this way? By a clip on here, or a couple of screws, we don't know yet, and slides in, but you've got to take the door panel off to access it, unfortunately. Now, to take the door panel off, you need to remove a screw here, which is a Torx, and it's T20, and it looks like that.
Little T20.
T20.
Yep.
Then at the bottom you've got some plastic clips. There's three of them at the bottom, and they've got that sort of head on them. You'll see it there.
Yep.
And you'll need a upholstery tool, thing like that.
Trim removal tool
to get the lever behind, because it's very difficult to get that middle bit out, which would release it. I would suggest, and that's the bit I'm talking about there. We've got some replacements of these, but I suggest if you're doing this, just get 3 new ones like that, and that's what they look like. They've got that little thing pushes in there, then that pushes into the metal frame. Yeah. That's it. The next thing you need to remove is this.
The handle trim.
Now, that lives on there like that. Now bear in mind some of these vehicles are going to be quite old, so just be a bit careful. And underneath here, you can see, like, I'll show it there, it's a little slot. You can get a screwdriver in there and just gently prise that off, yeah? And that will come away. Then hidden away, there's a T25 Torx bolt in there, and that needs to come off. You'll need your ratchet. So if you're trying to pull this off and it won't come off, you've forgotten to remove that. Yeah. And the reason we're doing this is it's January 2024. There have been occasions where we've driven along and we've got more air conditioning than we need for this time of year.
Yeah, because the window comes down by itself, so
we can't get that all the way out.
It's not ideal.
I'm fairly sure that wants to come away. There's some real, as well, some real heavy duty clips on this here all over the place.
Like locating clips, I think.
It's still not quite.
It does have some like green trim clips as well, which you can remove. See these ones here? Has them there, and there's one up there as well.
It's loose, so I can't believe it goes in.
We did take the cover off for the speaker, but you don't really need to. Yeah. But you can see bits in there if you need to access that as well.
And we tried to get your hand up there, but you can't. So that's definitely free.
So it's just this top piece here.
So it feels like it wants to come off, but not quite yet.
Is there a screw up the top here anywhere?
Let's have a look. If there is, it'll be
in here maybe.
There we go. So another T25 up the top.
So as John says, one here, one here. I guess they just have that for the handle, so when you pull it, it doesn't pull this off the clips.
I don't know why we missed that, but it's cold. Right, I can't believe that isn't.
So that should really come off now. There can't be much holding this on.
So
it's just this corner, isn't it?
That's what we'll do. We'll work out how we're going to get this off.
Yeah, we'll come back to you.
Come back to you and tell you how we got it off. That edge there. This seal here, isn't it?
Okay, welcome back to part 2. So we had all the bolts and the clips removed. The only thing you might find difficult is when you're trying to pull it off and up, it doesn't come off. There's a seal that runs along the top, and it's pushed into this really hard, so you can pry it up from here and pry it all the way along. And then we've got to the actual switch now, and this is a
T20.
T20, like the screw that was over there, same size.
You can use the socket to loosen them, but this one on the inside is quite difficult. You can just get it in there to loosen it, then you're going to have to do it with your hands.
So the wires you've got the plug for the switch, and you've got a couple of little like spade connector things for the little tweeter speaker that's built into the door panel.
Black is at the top and the green, and black is at the bottom if you get muddled.
So,
right, so that's the 2 screws out, Torx 20, holding the handle them internally.
We've left the handle cable attached. We don't want to be removing anything we don't need to.
Now, I'm guessing that should sort of come down.
This is actually a little bit different from a diagram that we saw.
Yeah, totally different.
We saw a diagram where it had like a white clip on it at the back, but this doesn't have that. Let's have a look.
Oh, right, okay, so this is what I've just done. There's like a wedge there near the screw holes. I've pulled it down and done that.
So it goes in there.
And it's come out. Right.
So
literally what we're going to do is that tab there goes in there.
Like a little locator at the back. That pushes down.
We need to make sure that's in properly. Alright, so we've got everything off and we're trying to put this door switch in and put it in, and it just wouldn't go in there. We tried the old one, it's the same with the old one, just wouldn't fit back in. So I think these are sort of pressed in. So as you can see now, it does go in there, absolutely fine. But what you're going to need is some 240 wet and dry sandpaper, and you're going to have to literally stand here. If it won't go in, don't force it.
Because the old one don't go in either, does it?
No, so just do that with it.
I think the plastic over time is contracted or something.
Yeah, it does shrink. So if you just do that a few times,
it'll go in easy.
And it's taken a few times to do, but that is the only way you're going to get that in to fit flush, basically. There we go.
Because it wasn't sitting square at the back with the screws, it was off as well.
The bottom was fine, but it just wasn't sitting flush there. I'll just give that wipe in a minute. Now we can put the screws in and
test
reassemble.
it. Yeah,
and
test
we'll come
it, yeah.
back to you when we've done that. Right, so we're all done. Just a fiddly job. So replace the switch. I just want to point something out, the old switch. You can hear it. Hear that noise? That's when you know it's gone, and that was a problem with our window. If you're having it, apparently it's a common problem with these Vito fans. So down, up.
So the switch is fully working.
How much was the switch?
About £14.
Yeah, so it wasn't a fortune. So
it's not a genuine one.
If you can afford it, it might be. It looks identical.
Yeah. Just a bit dirty because we've been sanding the plastic.
Like I say, the only thing that we had a problem with was getting it to fit flush back in, and we just used some 240 wet and dry and just went on the inside there till it went in. But even trying to put the old one back in, it still had the same.
The tolerance
problem.
was so fine. Yeah.
I'd say if you've got a helper, have one. Things we've come away with that we've learned. Fortunately, we've got some of these. These are 3 at the bottom that hold it in.
Battery's going on there.
2 Torx in there, 25. You need to pull this handle off, and the Torx 20 around the side there. And really, that's it. Anyway, I hope this has helped you. Thanks for watching.